Hello guys, this is Akshay Gurubhaiye and I am again with the geography optional topic, and today's the topic is basically yes, absolutely interesting and you will find sometimes confusing as well. Yes, the topic that belongs to population and settlement geography जो हमारे syllabus से है, more appropriately you'll find this topic from urban geography. ठीक है, urban settlement, urban geography, और उसी में है rural urban fringe. So before going to discuss this, we should know the urbanization or say the urban areas. Right? देखो urban और rural areas क्या होते हैं. Now urban area simply you will find that is a region which has some different physical and cultural characteristics or human attributes than that of rural areas. Yeah, say on the earth surface you will find 3% of land that is dedicated to the urban region and the rest is for rural areas. अब अर्बन और रूरल एरियाज में कुछ डिफरेंस है, ये डिफरेंस जब समझ आएंगे तो ये कंसेप्ट भी सही से समझ आएगा. ठीक है, सी urban areas you will find they are basically what, having high population density, extensive land use pattern you will find over here, जहाँ पे land rent भी ज़्यादा रहेगा. Yes, as according to von Thunen's model, जो agriculture से related है, but still land rent is what, again the profit that you earns from. So land rent भी ज़्यादा रहेगा. Over here you will find for urban region migration related growth is higher. Yes, अगर Ravenstein का model अगर देखोगे you will find the migration related growth is higher than the natural growth. जैसे देखो अभी the day before 2 or 3 days before there was a news about Delhi, yeah, and in that it is categorically mentioned the natural growth of Delhi, say it was hardly 1.03 lakhs, but the population growth due to migration was 2.83 lakhs. Yes, so that it shows that migration related growths are pretty much on the higher count for urban cities. ठीक है, you will find over here the culture that is heterogeneous in nature. Yes, heterogeneous culture, there's different say the cultural backgrounds people you will find they are what, getting intermixed, right? They are having a frequent interaction among themselves in the urban region. किसी का religion अलग है, किसी की caste अलग है, किसी के cultural beliefs अलग है, okay, say festivals अलग है, still you will find say they form the part of one single unified city system, urban areas. Okay, while और भी factors consideration ले सकते हैं, but yes, at least now you can understand this way as well. ठीक है, अब rural areas के लिए देखो क्या factors हो सकता है. Rural areas basically you will find population density is what, limited, okay, or least. You won't find much population density over here. जैसे कि below 400, अगर Indian population census से हम अगर हम definition ले तो that is what usually below 400 per square kilometer. 5000 और least हो सकती है population, right? Then you will find extensive population. Sorry, you will find land use pattern is not as extensive as, no extensive land use pattern, not extensive. जहाँ पे land use pattern, agriculture is dominant activity, right? Agriculture is dominant activity. Then you will find over here the society is homogeneous in nature, homogeneous. If you follow the Doxiadis rural morphological classification, you will get to know कि rural areas में homogeneous society है, homogeneous. in the sense कि society is what having a unified structure, right? कि for example Brahmins का जो है वो typical एक area रहेगा, then Kshatriyas, okay, then Vaishyas, then Shudras, untouchable on the outer periphery, that way, and even their interaction further, right? So rural areas, they are basically what having say very different characteristics in comparison with the urban areas. And this two when overlaps, right? This two when overlaps, usually the driving factor, okay, or the overlap that usually happen, it is due to urban area. क्योंकि अर्बन एरिया लैंड मतलब ओवरऑल इंटेंसिटी में तो कम है, लैंड इंटेंसिटी में, बट इसका इफेक्ट बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो अर्बन एरियाज नाउ अर्बनाइजेशन प्रोसेस इज व्हाट एट राइज. Okay, so this mode of life that in urban area, that is known as urbanism. You must be aware about this thing, guys, as well, right? So urban area is at a what driving seat, and it enters into the territory of rural areas. ठीक है, जैसे कि for example, see, यहाँ पर है ये core urban area, यहाँ पर है rural areas. ठीक है, over here you will find rural areas, जहाँ पर this type of activities are pretty much common. इंडस्ट्रियल एक्टिविटी है, एक्सटेंसिव लैंड यूज पैटर्न रहेगा वहाँ पे, पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी हाई है, एंड ऑल दोज एक्टिविटी. और रूरल एरियाज में कंपैरेटिवली ये केस रिवर्स है. ठीक है, होमोजेनस सोसाइटी. हाउएवर इट जस्ट बिकॉज अर्बन एरियाज इज नाउ इन अ नीड ऑफ एक्सपेंशन, हॉरिजॉन्टल एक्सपेंशन, इट एंटर्स इनटू द टेरिटरी ऑफ रूरल एरियाज. ठीक है, और फिर क्या होगा, इनका ट्रांजिशन जोन बनेगा. ठीक है, दिस ट्रांजिशन जोन इज मोर अप्रोप्रिएटली से fringe area or rural urban fringe area, that is to be known as, right? That concept was, I think you are pretty much clear with this fringe area and its concept. Now this concept was introduced by H.M. Mayer in 1951, and see how he defined it. It is simply, according to him, that it is a ट्रांजिशन जोन, या काइंड ऑफ ए ट्रांजिशन जोन है, ओके, और अ बाउंड्री जोन है बिटवीन टू डिफरेंट दिस सोसाइटीज, द सिटी एंड रूरल एग्रीकल्चर एरिया, वेयर ए मिक्स्ड लैंड यूज पैटर्न इज ऑब्जर्व, जहाँ पे नॉट एग्जैक्टली अर्बन डोमिनेटेड लैंड यूज पैटर्न है एंड नॉट एग्जैक्टली रूरल डोमिनेटेड लैंड यूज पैटर्न है, एंड दैट इज व्हाट दिस रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज. To be more precise, this area is neither urban and nor rural. It is not truly urban, it is not truly rural as well. Rather, it shows the best combination of the two, right? Maybe dominated by urban हो सकता है, या एट लीस्ट एनक्रोचमेंट तो हो ही रहा है, राइट? तो रूरल अर्बन फ्रिंज इज व्हाट ए काइंड ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ रूरल एरियाज इनटू अर्बन लाइफ मोड. यस, बट एटलीस्ट एज ऑफ नाउ ये तो ट्रांजिशन जोन पे है. हाँ, नो डाउट इन द फ्यूचर इट विल एंटर इनटू द मेन मेगा सिटी रीजन. ठीक है, सो नाउ यू मस्ट बी प्रीटी मच क्लियर अबाउट दिस कंसेप्ट. ओके, so rural urban fringe refers to the interface zone between purely urban industrial, urban commercial physical growth of the city and the absolute rural agrarian landscape with village panchayat system. अब इसी को कुछ different names से भी identified किया जाता है. Like for example, you will find as defined in our census, it is out urban areas as defined by the Bagh, again who developed the concentric zone model of urban morphology. He defined it as peripheral areas. ठीक है, so or you can also consider it as or write it as rural urban continuum. So this region where urban and rural life overlaps, okay, it is rural urban fringe areas. ठीक है, yes, I think you are now pretty much clear with this explanation. Just the last point too, what are the characteristics? What are the characteristics of this rural urban areas? Simply the characteristics are like, देखो अब urban areas का encroachment हो रहा है या enter कर रहा है, तो land use pattern change हो जाएगा. Yes, एग्रीकल्चर जो पहले था अब वहाँ पे रेसिडेंशियल आ जाएगा, मे बी अब इंडस्ट्रीज एस्टैब्लिश हो सकती है, यहाँ पे कम्यूटेशन एक्टिविटीज़ बढ़ सकती है, क्योंकि दिस नाउ एरिया इज नाउ प्रीटी मच क्लोजर टू अर्बन सिटी और गेटिंग क्लोजर टू अर्बन सिटी, सो मे बी सम ट्रांसपोर्टेशन मीन्स आर मेड अवेलेबल. Okay, so you will find those characteristics, land use prices, land use rent, land prices are skyrocketing over here. ठीक है, so the land use pattern is more inclined toward the urban form, जहाँ पे airports बन सकते हैं, dumping grounds बन सकते हैं, green parks बन सकते हैं. ओके और बेसिकली एक हाइपर मार्केट्स ऐसे सुपर मार्केट, जैसे कि आपने देखा होगा कि देखो डी मार्ट जनरली राइट टियर 2 सिटीज़ में अगर आपने देखा है या इवन इन टियर 1 एज वेल, तो डी मार्ट या जैसे ये हाइपर मार्केट से ये कहाँ लोकेटेड होता है जनरली इन द आउटर पेरिफेरी. क्यों? क्योंकि सेंटर ऑफ द सिटी और दैट पर्टिकुलर रीजन यू विल फाइंड द skyrocketed land prices. So it's better to have a large land for this hypermarket in the outer periphery. That is what rural urban fringe. Okay, so this is what the rural urban fringe. I think you guys are pretty much clear. If you really like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment as well. Thank you.